Welcome to NewsOK.com. I am Jacob Unruh here with the Varsity Sports Update, All-City Slow Pitch Edition, joined by Player of the Year Delanie Manning from Dale. Delanie, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Another monster season at the plate. Last year you put up ridiculous numbers. Your sister was Player of the Year. She had ridiculous numbers. This year, just run through the list, 771 average, 45 home runs, 9 doubles, 94 RBIs, 105 runs scored, and just for a good measure, 44 walks. When you hear those numbers, what do you think?
Crazy. It absolutely blows my mind. It's just crazy. There's no other words to put it. It's unbelievable how many times that happened. I didn't really realize it going through the season, but now that I look at it, I'm like, wow. Didn't really notice it till now. But
what is the key to this power that you have?
Really, it's just, there's no key. It's just I was blessed with strength and have the power to do it. I have the ability, and it's funny because I have the ability, but there's so many people that are almost just like me on my team. Like you have Michaela, our senior, who had just as many home runs as I had, just same exact build, power, everything, just an absolute stud.
Yeah, what is this? You mentioned other players on your team. What is this lineup like? 44 walks for you is a lot,
yeah.
But they're also picking their poison because Michaela is either hitting behind you or in front of you. Mm-hmm. Lacey Savage had a really good year, or Joby Savage and Lacey both
mm-hmm.
had really good years. I think Joby had 26 home runs, mm-hmm. and so they're picking their poison.
Yes. It was either you came up to me, you got to Michaela, or you got Joby, or you got Lacey. We all consistently hit home runs back to back to back to back. And it reminds me a lot of the year before with my sister in the Washington final game. We didn't have a lot of people that hit a lot of home runs, but in that final game, something hit us, and it was just back to back to back to back, and it was crazy. Just, we have unbelievable strength and power to do anything. So,
couple state tournaments in a row now.
Yeah.
Is there 39-2 this year?
Mm-hmm.
When you get to the state tournament, what's different about this team?
We all come together. We play together as a team, but it's a lot of frustration and everything that goes on through the season. But we have great coaches, unbelievable coaches who every day at practice push us to the best of our ability and what we can be. And then state tournament comes around, and we all are a family, and we come together and we all play as one, and we just play unbelievable. It's crazy.
I know last year you were competing with your sister, number-wise.
Yeah.
Were you competing with Michaela this year, or was it just trying to maybe be yourself?
I was actually trying to be myself this year. There was no competing, but then Michaela likes to joke around, and we had such a blast this year, and she would just joke around and say, "Oh, I'm catching up to you," and then we just go at it, but it wasn't really competition. We were just having fun. So.
I have to ask, your sister obviously was Player of the Year last year in slow pitch.
Yeah.
What is it about these Manning sisters that makes you guys so talented on softball and so competitive and everything?
It's our whole family. Our whole family is just so competitive. If it's from puzzle games, dumb things we come together with, and we all just, I don't know, it's just, we're crazy. We all have the ability, we all joke around, laugh, it's just fun, and we're all competitive, and that's what makes us good.
When you come back next year, your senior season, Michaela's graduated, obviously your sister's already graduated this last year. How do you think people are going to approach you now when you start losing some of that protection in the lineup? Because I think protection in the lineup in slow pitch softball is real. So how do you think that's going to go?
It's going to be a lot different. It's just knowing that, knowing your spot and where you're at. We always have a thing that we call, it's the 4 F's. It's family, fun, faith, and find a role. And we all know our roles. So as in the lineup, we all have our roles, and whether it's just getting a base hit or hitting a home run and when we need it or whatever it is, it's just an ability to be who you are. And for me next year, I want to be a big leader and somebody who supports and picks up each other.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And stick with NewsOK.com and get the best high school coverage in the state.